This is a
Squad. What's up? What's up?
That ball is belted. Welcome in Carlos Gomez. Hello. Goodbye. Ay, 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 ay. Oh man, yeah. We rocking now for real. Yeah. BS3 Sports. Okay. Sports news, get it first when you're getting off of work. Even when you're at work, acting like you're working hard when you're hardly working. I'm a maverick like Dirk, getting Franklins like Kirk. Hold up, boy. X Squad, you don't know them boys? Being talking facts on every topic. Overall, we just talking noise, just being boys. Covering Texas sports in them tall heels. That with the fake pass over to Elliott. Better guard your grills like a car for real. Yeah, Cowboys gonna bring a bowl back, Lord willing. Yeah, Mavericks gonna bring a ring back with Mark in it. We live sports, we talk sports, we dream sports, we eat sports. The teacher about to teach the course. Welcome to BS3 Sports. Ay, 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 ay. Gross. Oh man, yeah.
Welcome to the Weekend Wrap-Up Show, episode 117. First off, announcements. Happy birthday to Rough Buff, member of the X Squad. Also, title of today's show is Today Was a Good Day. A quote that I'm saying Spike Lee said. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't say it. But Spike Lee had a good day. The Knicks won, and he won an Oscar, his first, which should have been his first of many, but his first that he actually won. Shout out to the X Squad Radio Network that this show was on. Shout out to my fam over at the No Phony Podcast Network. So we got a great show. We'll be talking, recapping NBA weekend, the statement games winners of the weekend. Also, Alliance of American Football League Week 3, college basketball. We got MLB news. And also we have the Benny Awards at the end of the show. You can put yours in whenever you're ready. Shout out to Miss Mocha Bella in the building. Shout out to Said Galloway. Thank you guys for tuning in. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We got some NFL news that I kind of wanted to talk about here. The Bears. So if you remember the issues that the Bears were having at kicker, and a lot of that was because of Cody Parkey. Well, he's been released. So Bears fans should be excited. Bears fans should be happy that he is no longer a member of their team. Also, there's a very, very inspiring story that's on ESPN. It's about Armonte Bryant. So Armonte Bryant is in need of a kidney. He has a rare disorder or disease, maybe you could call it, that his kidney is failing. He was a top defensive end in the NFL at one point in time. And now at this point in time in his life, he cannot play anymore. He is in need of a kidney. The story is called From NFL Pass Rusher to Dialysis in a Year. That's just not something that anybody would want to experience or anybody would want to go through. But a very, very good story. Very good story. I would recommend everybody goes on ESPN and .com and reads it, because it really talks about issues that he's going through, and he can't go outside for only a limited amount of time. He really can't do a lot of anything because he has to have his dialysis treatments basically he gets up, he fills his bag, he goes to sleep, he does the same thing all over again. He can only leave the house at limited amounts of times just to go to doctor's appointments. So, man, be thankful for what you're able to do in your life right now, because you just never know. You just never know when your life can change or it can be altered, in whatever way. So continue to be thankful for everything that you have, for everything that you've been given. Like, I'm serious, be thankful, because you never know how it could be taken away. And this guy, he didn't really have any issues that he was aware of. I mean, he was playing, he was doing, he was getting ready, I believe, to get signed by the 49ers or the Raiders or something. And they were like, you got to go on dialysis immediately. It wasn't like let's give it some time and let's see what's going to happen. No, it was like you have to go on dialysis immediately. And that completely affected his life. So talking about Armonte Bryant, that is in need of a kidney, and there's a story out there on ESPN.com just basically talking about what he's having to go through, what his daily life is like. So go on the website, go check that out, read that article. I think it's definitely worth reading and picking up that. Also, Alliance of American Football League, Trent Richardson is continuing to tear it up. He had 3 rushing touchdowns in the Birmingham Iron win, 28-12 over the Atlanta Legends. Atlanta Legends, I believe, are winless. That sucks. Winless. That's not a good look at all. You want to at least win one game. So I don't know how the rest of their season is going to go. But I do know you could see Trent Richardson back in the NFL sooner rather than later. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And he was always a top player. I mean, he coming out of Alabama, definitely there was high expectations on him. I think he was probably overlooked towards the end of his time in the NFL, but I think he can still play. He's showing that he can still play right now. So we'll see what happens with him. Be on the lookout for whatever he's able to do in the future. So let's get to some NBA. And first off, I gotta mention a funny story. I don't know if you guys heard about this story yet or not, but Ja Rule was doing a halftime show for the Milwaukee Bucks game, and it was kind of like a throwback to the 90s type of thing. Shout out to LaDonna, Strictly Prohibited Network. Make sure you follow her. Make sure you follow that network. Got some great shows over there. But Ja Rule did this halftime performance. And, the track's coming on. And he's like, yeah, everybody ready? Everybody ready to get, is this a halftime show or what? Everybody ready? It was almost like dead silence in there. And I don't know if that was because not a lot of people know who he is, or because 50 Cent has done such a great job at diminishing whatever light or whatever he had, but it was almost embarrassing. It was really it was embarrassing for just to see him almost like scrounging for people to applaud him. Ja Rule had his days, and he did have some good days. But at this point, it's almost like you need to create another lane or something. Because I don't know why it seems like Ja Rule just can't get any love. And maybe that is because of what 50 Cent has been basically bullying him over these past couple of years. So Ja Rule then, after he was getting trounced and ragged on for his performance, he says he puts a 30-year title curse on the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, the Twitter account was trashing them. So then he says that Cat is going to leave. He says, you won't win the title in 30 years. But, I mean, they had to pay Ja Rule, I'm assuming. So Ja Rule got whatever check he was going to get. He got whatever money he was going to get. But I don't know how you can continue on with your career like this. Unless if people are paying you, you continue to do your thing, I guess. So we'll see what the future holds for Ja Rule. The Knicks, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, which the show is titled "Today Was a Good Day," as a quote from Spike Lee, because of his winning, in the Oscar, and also with the Knicks finally getting a win. So 18-game losing streak. They finally snapped that 18-game losing streak at Madison Square Garden. And this just continues to show that even though the Knicks haven't won anything in a long time, very similar to the Cowboys, they are still the most valuable franchise, and they probably will continue to be the most valuable franchise because it's in New York. They get a lot of attraction. That's why every single time somebody comes out or somebody's going to leave a team, what's the first thing people say? The Knicks are involved, or the Knicks can possibly get a chance at whoever this person may be. But the Knicks finally snapped their 18-game losing streak. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of games. Shout out to Mandeleon in the building. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Rough Buff. Birthday boy. Happy birthday, Rough Buff. Enjoy your day. Now, story coming out that LeBron is questioning his teammates' sense of urgency. I think he's 100% correct. And shout out to Mo Cheese in the building. You got a lot of youngins on this team. They don't fully understand what it means to go on a playoff run. I don't think they fully understand. I think he has a valid point, and I don't think he's wrong in going to the media to say this. Because this season has been rocky for these young guys on this team. All of them was on the trading block. They end up staying, and now they're gonna have to put this behind them in order to go on any possible run and do anything. So he's 100% right. They probably don't have a sense of urgency. Why? They don't even know if they're going to be on the team next year. And they don't really know what it means. So LeBron is the leader of this team. You can put him, Rondo, Tyson Chandler, all in that leadership category. Shout out to Antoine Smith in the building, Rated for Life. Antoine, put your YouTube in the chat room because you're always coming out with quality videos. Also, X Squad with a great contest out right now. xsquadaffiliates.com/contest. You will hear the commercial shortly, but you can win tickets to the Dungeon Family concert at the Fox Theater or Dinner for Two. So make sure xsquadaffiliates.com/contest. I was totally shocked. I worked Saturday night. By the time I got home, the Rockets were up on the Warriors, and I'm thinking I have to be either half asleep or I cannot believe my eyes, because there is no way that without James Harden, the